Good afternoon. Yours truly, Dolphy Gilpin, in continuation of my presentation here, in this very serious time. I'm here at the Holiday Inn, and I've previously proceeded from the dorm share, which was virtually on the UCLA campus, 1 minute walk away from the David Geffen Medical Center and Ronald Reagan Medical Center. That is the dorm share. And I've proceeded from there here to the Holiday Inn in Los Angeles, California for my final delivery. And I'm here during this very dangerous time of the pandemic with COVID-19, the COVID virus. And presently our professional health experts are working on treatments and cure for the COVID-19 pandemic, the virus that is causing such a deadly impact, and it has potential to be quite lethal and devastating. But we're here to try to prevent that devastation and that maim in death toll that it has a potential to do, and to minimize the impact and the death toll from this pandemic. But while the experts are working on treatment and cure, or early or most efficient route is the prevention, and that too has been preached for the past couple of weeks, that the coronavirus is attacking the nation and in the world. But here today, after all this has receded, we will once again have to face the common cold, the influenza A, which is also annoying and can cause death at times, and disrupt your personal life with fever and malice and vomiting, and can cause you to stop from work and all. But it's not an epidemic or pandemic as such. But every year that has been with us, the influenza A and the common cold and the flu, and some people have to get their flu shots. And this will still continue. Well, we hope not, but it will. We're not being pessimistic here, but the outlook is that this common cold will be with us for a very long time. And so one of the treatments in the common cold, influenza A, is the Oseltamivir. It comes as a capsule, 75 milligrams. And this is the formula C16H28N2047. The Oseltamivir. It's an antiviral antibiotics. Antiviral antibiotics can be compared with antibacterial antibiotics. But the virus and the cold virus is viral in nature, and so we have to use the antiviral antibiotics to treat the influenza A, or type A. As it is called the flu. As you know, flu is in part of the word influenza, INFLU, the flu. So this is the flu they take what they call influenza flu. And this is used to treat flu people 2 weeks old and older. The common side effect, however, is nausea, vomiting, and hallucination. That's for the common flu, which in the generic name, I should write here, generic, is Oseltamivir, and the brand name is Tamiflu. This here is a brand. The brand name, Tamiflu. Now also there is the Oseltamivir phosphate, available in 75 milligram Oseltamivir for oral use, and in the form of Oseltamivir phosphate as a powder for oral suspension. And the concentration of that will be 12 milligrams per milliliter. Oseltamivir base. And this will be the formula for the C16H31N2OAP for the Oseltamivir phosphate. So we notice it comes as a tablet and as a suspension. can be used to treat for 2 weeks an older person. We come back now to the structure of amantadine, which is also used for the influenza A. This one definitely has to be prescribed by a doctor. The amantadine, in its most basic form, you will see it as a structure. The chemical structure, the structural formula would be this. NH2, the C10H17. And a more involved structural work on the amantadine would be this. The CH2N, NHR prime, and this 1A to I would be expanded into this. Be 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1G, 1H, 1I. 1A to I is 1A, R is equal to C4H9, where in itself R is equal to C alpha, H2 alpha plus 1. The subscript alpha and 2 alpha plus 1. That means if alpha is equal to 1, H will be equal to 2 alpha plus 1. And we see it here those R equal 4, H is equal to 2 times 4 plus 1, C4H9, and R prime is equal to H and N is equal to 2. 1B, R is equal to C6H13, following this formula, C subscript alpha, H2 alpha plus 1. C6H13, R prime is equal to H and N equals 2. 1C, R is equal to C8H17, R prime equals H, N equals 2. 1D, R is equal to C10H21, following the formula, C subscript alpha, H2 alpha plus 1, and so on. R equals 10, C subscript 10, that is 10 atoms of carbon here, and it will give you 2 times 10 plus 1 atom of hydrogen, with R prime equals H and N equals 2. 1F, R is equal to C4H9, it comes around back here as a cycle, where R prime now is equal to C2H5. This still follow the formula, N alpha, 2 alpha plus 1, with N equals 2. And 1G, C8H17, still the formula, C of alpha, H of 2 alpha plus 1. 8, 2 times 8 plus 1, 17, R prime equals C2H5, and N equals 2. 1H, R is equal to C10H21, 2 times 10 plus 1 is 21 here, following this formula once more. R prime equals C2H5, N equals 2. And 1I, R is equal to H1, R prime equals to that, and N equals 1. Well, this amantadine can treat and prevent the influenza type A. It can also treat Parkinson's disease caused by certain medication that causes tremor. And the drug is a class A viral M2 channel inhibitor and dopamine agonist. Similarly, come over here, whereas this structure represents now the 1A to I, this structure here for amantadine is a 2A to G, and similarly, we have the 2A to G with R equals C, with the same formula, C of alpha, H2 alpha plus 1. Now R equals C of alpha, H of 2 alpha plus 1. If we put 4 is equal to alpha here, then this will be 4 times 2 plus 1, 9. Same way, if 6 equal to alpha here, this will be 6, 2 times 6 plus 1, 13. And if you put alpha equals 8, then the H would be 2 alpha plus 1, 17, with N equals 2 until we reach here, F, where R equals pH and N equals 0, 2G, R equals pH and N equals 1, 3A, R equals 4, H equals 9, still following the formula, R, C of alpha, H of 2 alpha plus 1, and 3B, C times 12, H times 2 times 12 plus 1, which is 25, following this general formula. And this is amantadine, used to treat influenza A, which is integral in the treatments for the influenza A virus that is affecting every year people have to get flu shot and treatments for this influenza A, which can disrupt the workforce as well, and sometimes cause death, but not in the pandemic sense. Right now, the nation at large is facing the pandemic, and not just the nation, but pandemic phase is where the virus is cut across international borders and is carried and causes millions and billions sometime, well, not billions, we haven't seen any that caused billions to die, but millions. And as you noted in my previous presentation down at the UCLA dorm, we gave an epidemiology study with the most deadly of these pandemics, and we had the Spanish flu, which killed nearly 25 to 50 million people back there in the 1918. And we also had the Black Death, which is the bubonic plague, which killed millions as well. And those two were the most deadly pandemic, category 1 pandemic. And then we had the Hong Kong flu, which was a category 2, that killed millions, 1 to 4 million here over the world. And then we also had the Asian flu, and we had, well, the epidemic, the AIDS virus was epidemic, and also now we have the COVID-19, which is a pandemic. So we gave a chronological study, an epidemiology study, and that was recently doing on the UCLA Dormshire campus there, next to David Gilpin Medical Center and Ronald Reagan Medical Center 5 minutes away. So that's just that for now, and we'll sort of take a recess here from the Holiday Inn here at the Lax, Los Angeles, California airport, and we'll return with some more, probably our AMZ 5 cos 12 matrix and its application.